Welcome back. We're discussing Richard Nixon and civil rights. The last time we were together, we were discussing Richard Nixon and desegregating schools, what he did to accomplish the goals of Brown versus the Board of Education. Now, let's see if he was harmful or helpful to the civil rights movement in other ways. While Nixon tentatively embraced affirmative action, he championed black capitalism with gusto. What we have to do, declared candidate Nixon in 1968, is to provide an opportunity for every American, for Black Americans, for Mexican Americans, and others who haven't had equal chance, not just to be a worker, but to be a manager and an owner. As president, Nixon established the Office of Minority Business Enterprise to promote the establishment of minority-owned businesses. The administration also worked to increase the number of racial minorities hired across the nation in various construction trades, implementing the first affirmative action plan in the United States. The Philadelphia Plan required government contractors in Philadelphia to hire a minimum number of minority workers. In 1970, Nixon extended the Philadelphia Plan to encompass all federal contracts worth more than $50,000, and in 1971, he expanded the plan to encompass women and racial minorities. In the 1970s, Nixon announced a war on drugs. Apparently, Reagan wasn't the first to launch a war on drugs. I feel like I should have been taught this, but I digress. In 1994, White House aide John Ehrlichman told journalist Dan Baum, the Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies, the anti-war left and Black people. We knew we couldn't make it illegal to be either against the war or Black, but by getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and Blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. For those of you who don't know, that's exactly what they did. The administration expanded education and economic opportunities while vilifying Black leaders. Yeah, okay. Where was I? Yeah, expanding economic and education opportunities for Black people. Yeah, okay. They appointed to lead these efforts a Black businessman by the name of Robert J. Brown. Government assistance to Black-owned business enterprises more than doubled. Total revenues from Black businesses jumped from $4.5 billion in 1968 to $7.26 billion in 1972. By 1974, two-thirds of the 100 Black enterprises had been started during the Nixon administration. Nixon also issued an executive order to create an Office of Minority Enterprise in the Department of Commerce. Brown arranged a meeting with Nixon and the president of Black colleges. After this meeting, Nixon promised more than $100 million in federal funds for Black colleges. From 1969 to 1973, the Nixon administration more than doubled federal aid to predominantly Black schools and secured matching funds for schools with more than 50% of students below the poverty line.